All the new cards for the Heroes of Shadowverse mini set have been revealed. Let's talk about the ones we haven't talked about yet in our other card review videos. First up is Vincent's Scale Balancer, which gives you a Words of Sanction, a spell boost card that removes all effects on all enemy followers, except for changes to their attack or defense on Fanfare, and then on Evolve it gives you this effect where when you play a spell boost card the 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th, 15th, 18th, or 21st time, it deals 2 damage to all enemies, including their face, which is nice. So the Words of Sanction, mainly just as a 0-cost spell boost spell, but also just being able to get rid of any pesky effects that get in the way of the Miser Hastening Conviction from clearing the board, and then also with Miser Hastening Conviction spam, with this leader effect, it has to do a lot less work, right? So you get this, you get Amaryllis, you get Miser, and then you can win the game. And you don't have to super rely on the 2nd or 3rd Misers to do it. But my concern is, how are you going to find Vincent, Miser, and Amaryllis all in one game consistently? I don't know. I don't think there's a way to tutor Vincent properly, too. And also, off the 1 Evolve you get off this guy, other than that, he's kind of a worthless card most of the time. You just get the Evolve effect once, and then, like, so do you only play 1 of Vincent? But then how do you get it consistently then? I don't know. I think it's a legendary with a great effect, but I'm just, like, conflicted on how to incorporate him into the build properly. Next up, we have Avant-Garde Gravedigger, which is a 5/2/2. Summon 2 assembly droids. If you played at least 10 Machina cards this match, give +2/+2 to all allied assembly droids. Whenever an allied Machina card comes into play, give it Rush and Bane. This card is awful. It's 5 costs for this level of stats, and, like, it's competing with so much in the Machina Shadow list already. And, like, I really don't understand the philosophy of this kind of card, because the original Jack Shovel was so strong at a 2 cost, and then they resurged this strong card to make it bad, and nobody's gonna play it. I don't get it. What was the point? You know, I highly doubt this is gonna be good. If it does somehow find its way into the Machina Shadow list, I'll be very surprised. Next up, we have Aluzard Linked Vampire 2/2/2. Whenever this follower comes into play, if you come into play at least 3 times, put a Sanguine Art into your hand, and then last words, give your leader the following effect at the start of your next turn. After this one, summon Aluzard, then remove this effect, right? So you have a similar effect to the original Aluzard, where this guy comes back and then gets you a token spell if you have him in play enough times. And then, when this follower evolves, activate Vengeance, which is interesting. So Sanguine Arts evolves the Aluzard and also deals 2 damage to all enemies. I think activating Vengeance is a nice side effect. I'm not sure how relevant that is in the current Blood landscape, but getting a free 4/4 body, basically, alongside a mono, gives you more attacks with mono that are high damage without having to rely on assembly droids as much, right? So I think it's actually quite strong in that sense. It's like a card that is also just a vanilla body that has just nothing but upside, so I think it's pretty okay, man, honestly. It's free evolves, it's a potential, you can time it on your mono kill turn as well, and it activates Vengeance if that's ever relevant, you know, if there's a way to, you know, have this come out on the right timing and then you play Golem or whatever, that's also kind of cool, so I think that's a good card. Raving Vampire, that's the card that I revealed. It's under 10 support. You get the Namtra card, which is essentially just the spider from this set, and it's just ways to thin your deck and get the spider out. I think it's fine. I don't think under 10 is gonna be saved by this card or anything, but for people who are under 10 enjoyers, you have a way to thin your deck faster. We also have Sweetheart Featherfolk, which we talked about last time, but this is the official translation. As said, it's Rush, Drain, Last Word, Summon, Great Tree. It's really, really basic, but it's good. And finally, we have Icy Infirm Eternal. I like that they're not calling him Ice Shalendra. He just doesn't fit in the card text anymore. Invoke at the start of your turn. If you use at least 30 play points, invoke this card. Then if there are no allied express magic trains in place, summon one. Ward Fanfare, Last Words, Pay the Piper into your hand. Pay the Piper is a 1-cost spell that gives -10 to a random enemy follower, -10 attack, and then adds 1 to the cost of all their cards. It's kind of whatever, honestly. I mean, it's fine. But you can't play it on the turn you play this guy, like on curve rather, so that is a little bit awkward in some ways. And you only get the train if you invoke, and then the train, you maneuver it with a 2-cost follower, and then it has ward, and then it banishes all enemy followers, which is kind of nice. But I just don't really understand what deck exactly Icy is fitting into, just like pure control maybe. And in that case, the 30 play points played condition is very strange. It seems like it's like support for Fettler Coyote, which has the recover 4 play points fanfare. It's like a Bahamut card after Bahamut is already rotated out as well. So I feel very weird about this. Like, do you just play it in like pure control with like what's it called? The 8 cost interstellar battle cruiser and all that. It just seems like so unnecessary. But it's a whatever card. I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm just glad it's not artifact support, I guess. But yeah, because like that deck's already a thing. But it's just like I'm having trouble seeing like the deck that this exists for. But maybe somebody will make pure control work. All right, well, those are the cards that are revealed since the last time. If you thought that I was just sort of blitzing through this a little bit too quickly, that's because the expansion comes out in less than an hour from now. And I just woke up to make this. I gotta get this out. All right, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. What's your favorite card of the ones that are in this mini set? I think my favorite is still Aerosteel Dragonoot. Let me know yours in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.